Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news, folks. There's a lot of buzz swirling around the NFL right now, and it's got the Giants fans on the edge of their seats. It all centers around a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the Giants' receiving core and, in turn, impact their prospects for the upcoming season. We're talking about Chris Olave, a young, dynamic receiver currently with the Cincinnati Bengals, possibly heading to the Big Apple in a deal that could send shockwaves through the NFC East and beyond. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Are the Bengals really considering trading Olave? And if they are, what does that mean for the Giants? Well, let's break down what's been floating around the rumor mill and analyze what it could mean for the Giants' future. First things first, the source of this speculation is none other than Diana Rossini, a respected NFL insider, who has been highlighting some intriguing developments. According to her reports, there's a buzz suggesting that the Bengals, currently sitting at 4-5 in the 2025 season with a modest cap space of around $16, $2 million, are open to trading Olave in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. Now, that's a pretty hefty price tag, but it's also a clear indication that the Bengals are looking to shake things up. Their current roster is dealing with some key contract extensions looming, especially with Joe Burrow set to command a $45 million salary. Additionally, their offensive production hasn't been exactly stellar, especially in the middle of the field where their routes have been inconsistent, averaging just 210 yards per game. The question is, are they really willing to part ways with a player like Olave, who's proven to be a top-tier talent? Well, the rumors suggest that they might, especially if it helps them free up some cap space and focus on rebuilding their roster. Now, Olave himself has been a standout this season. With a PFF grade inside the top 50 for 2025, he's been a dominant force on the field. His stats speak volumes: 52 receptions, 748 yards, and 7 touchdowns. That's an average of 4 yards per reception, which is pretty impressive for a young receiver, especially one still developing his intermediate route game. His PFF grade of 89. 8 underscores his reliability and playmaking ability, and his EPA of plus 0.45 per target indicates he's consistently contributing to the offense's success. Not just that, but his yards after catch, YAC, a 4.8 yards per attempt combined with only 11 missed tackles, show he's not only fast but also elusive and tough to bring down. His career stats are already noteworthy, around 500 yards and 25 touchdowns, despite missing some time in Week 5 due to a hand injury, where he still managed to play 80% of snaps. His ability to make an impact even with limited opportunities is a big selling point. In particular, his intermediate precision, with a PFF grade of 90. 5 from 10 to 20 yards makes him a perfect fit for the Giants' offensive scheme, which has been looking for more consistency and explosiveness at the receiver position. From a strategic perspective, the Bengals seem to be in a tough spot. They're facing the need to extend key players like Burrow, who's scheduled for a hefty $45 million cap hit, while also trying to address their inconsistent route running and offensive output. The team has been averaging just 210 yards passing per game, far below what you'd expect from a team with their talent, and that's partly why some analysts are skeptical about this trade. It's a gamble for Cincinnati. Moving Olave could weaken their offense in the short term, especially considering how much they rely on their passing game. The Bengals might be leaning towards a rebuild, but many are questioning whether trading Olave, a player with a high ceiling, makes sense if they want to contend in the near future. After all, trading a top 50 PFF receiver for a first-round pick might seem like a bold move, but it's also one that could signal they are prioritizing cap space and future assets over immediate success. Meanwhile, the Giants are looking to capitalize on this potential shakeup. With a team that's still in the rebuilding phase, especially on offense, adding a weapon like Olave could be a game-changer. Daniel Jones, despite some struggles, has shown flashes of potential, and with a reliable receiver who can stretch the field and create after the catch, the Giants' offense could see a significant boost. Their current passing attack, which has been somewhat inconsistent, could find new life with Olave's speed and route-running ability. If you look at what he brings to the table, it's clear he's the kind of player who can elevate an offense and help generate longer, more sustained drives. That's crucial because the Giants have been striving to improve their time of possession and offensive efficiency. Adding Olave would not only give them a deep threat, but also a reliable target on third down, which has been an issue at times in the past. Now let's talk about what this could mean for the Giants' current roster and their playoff chances. The NFC East is shaping up to be competitive, with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys playing some tough football. If the Giants manage to pull off this trade, it could give them a much-needed offensive spark. Think about it. Adding a player like Olave could elevate the entire offense, forcing defenses to respect the deep ball and opening up more opportunities for Saquon Barkley in the running game. It could also create mismatches that the Giants haven't been able to exploit consistently this season. Plus, with the NFL's playoff picture still very much in flux, every upgrade counts. The Giants have been playing solid football, but they're missing that one extra piece to push them over the top. Olave could be that piece, a real X-factor for the stretch run. And don't forget the ripple effect this could have on the NFC East. A trade of this magnitude could shift the balance of power. If the Giants land Olave and integrate him quickly into their offense, it might put pressure on the Eagles and Cowboys to respond with their own moves. The division has become more competitive than ever, with each team trying to outdo the other. A move like this signals that the Giants are serious about competing now and not just planning for the future. It's about making a statement that they're here to contend and that they're willing to make bold moves to do so. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the odds of the Super Bowl are reflecting this potential boost. The Giants' Super Bowl odds have jumped from over +20-0 to around +7-500, which is a significant increase. That kind of shift shows how much belief there is that, with the right moves, the Giants could be a serious contender in the postseason. Olave, as an emerging star, could be the X-factor that puts New York over the edge. His ability to produce +200 yards and add 18% to their EPA per play could push the Giants' offense into a new stratosphere. Moreover, his impact on the intermediate routes, where he's gaining +0.4 EPA, could be crucial in breaking down defenses and creating explosive plays. Against teams like the Dallas Cowboys, who have a stout defense, having a player like Olave could be the difference maker in tight games. Of course, there are skeptics. Some analysts see this as a risky move that could backfire if the Bengals decide to hold on to him or if the Giants overpay. But given the urgency to improve their offense and the potential reward, it's a gamble worth considering. The Giants have been building steadily, and this kind of splash move might be exactly what they need to push into serious playoff contention. It's a bold approach, but one that could pay off handsomely if everything falls into place. So in summary, this potential trade involving Chris Olave represents a major turning point not just for the Bengals and Giants, but for the entire NFC East. It's about adding a proven playmaker who can change the complexion of a game and provide that extra spark the Giants need to make a deep playoff run. If the deal goes through, we could be looking at a Giants team that's finally ready to take the next step towards Super Bowl glory, with Olave leading the charge. It's an exciting time for Giants fans, and I know many of you are eager to see how this unfolds. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Olave trade? Do you think it's the move that pushes the Giants over the top? Or are you wary of giving up a first-round pick for a player still developing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. This is an exciting time to be a Giants fan, and I can't wait to see how all of this unfolds in the coming weeks. Keep the faith, stay passionate, and let's hope for a future where the Giants are back in the Super Bowl spotlight, powered up and ready to dominate.